Hi everyone, we're here today to discuss food and nutritional services. Jessica is going to be talking to Rejal Howell, our Director of Food and Nutritional Services. Rejal said something that rings so true. When you do the food right, it solves so many other problems. There's a reason why we have this saying, food is for the soul. So take a listen and hear about the transformation that took place within Focus Care when we brought the food and nutritional program in-house and how it changed the culture in our buildings. Jessica?
Welcome to the Real Voices in Long-Term Care. I'm your host, Jessica Bronk. On today's episode, we are going to dive into a topic that touches every resident and every family in our community, and that is food and nutrition services. To help us explore this essential part of long-term care, I'm joined by Rejal Howell, our Director of Food and Nutrition Services. Thank you so much for joining us, Rejal.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into food and nutrition.
So I'm a registered dietitian. I've been in long-term care for about 27 years now. I started off in a hospital-based SNF, went on to be a long-term care regulatory surveyor, and was approached by a provider to come work on the provider side. I've been in this industry for over 25 years now, working on menus, emergency preparedness, clinical policies and procedures. It's really what I enjoy doing and have spent the majority of my career here.
Awesome. So for people who may not know, what does food and nutritional services do in long-term care?
There's so many things that they do that impact our residents. The teams in the kitchen are responsible for preparing the meals, for following the recipes, for honoring the residents' preferences, for following physicians' orders. All of those things come together with communication from therapy, with communication from nursing, to ensure that we're providing well-balanced meals that are nutritionally balanced and appealing to our residents.
And that's something that's super important that I think a lot of people just don't really think of when they think long-term care or even rehabilitation to home in a skilled nursing setting. Can you walk us through how you tailor diets to individual needs?
So it's really important to us that we meet our residents' individual needs. So that starts with honoring residents' preferences. The Food Nutrition Services directors in each of our communities, they meet with their residents when they admit and then again routinely to talk about their likes, their dislikes, to talk about things that they've eaten all of their lives, maybe things that they don't eat. They meet with the residents to review the menus so we can talk about what menu offerings there are. We use the feedback that the communities provide to us when we create our menus. We hope in turn that we're able to provide menus that our residents enjoy, that meet the regulatory requirements that say that they have to meet the nutritional needs of our residents. But in addition to that, we want them to be appealing, we want them to be appetizing.
Speaking of resident experience, do you have a favorite story where food made a meaningful difference to someone that really just sticks out to you?
Food is so important. You know, it not just nourishes their body, but it can nourish their soul. It can be a social interaction. It can be an experience with a family member. Sometimes it's the opportunity for the resident to leave their room and come to an interaction with other residents, with our team members. It's so important. I have a favorite story of a resident who was on end-of-life care. She was palliative and she really just wanted chicken and dumplings. And she was able to enjoy a meal of chicken and dumplings. She ate very little, but her family was able to eat with her. And she ended up passing away just a few hours later. But it left a lasting impression on the team, on the community, that those things make a difference.
They really do. That's so heartwarming. Let's talk a little bit about innovation and growth in long-term care. What improvements or new ideas are you most excited about?
I am so excited that we are going to enhance our dining programs, and in turn, it's going to improve the quality of life for our residents. Food nutrition is so important in the impact that it makes for our residents, not just on their nutritional well-being, but on their social well-being.
What do you want families and the public to understand about the work that your team does day in and day out?
The Food and Nutrition Services Department is responsible for providing well-balanced, appetizing, visually appealing meals. It's not only important that the residents will eat them, but that they also meet the ordered diet, which means they could be a mechanical soft consistency or a pureed consistency. They could be thick and liquids. And the team in the kitchen has to understand all of those different diets for the menus and ensure that we're honoring the residents' preferences. So it's a really hard job. We don't always have a lot of time. Breakfast and lunch come together pretty quickly. So it's important that sometimes we provide grace and understand the challenges that come in the kitchen.
Well, and it's a very customer service oriented facing role too. So I have a lot of compassion for your team. I know they do their best 100% of the time, so I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining us today, Rachel. I think it was some really good information for our viewers and potential future residents. So thank you again. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and join us next time.
Wow, that was really good. Thank you, Jessica and Rachel. Focus Care strives for excellence in literally everything we do. I hope you learned something new today about the importance of our food and nutritional services program. If you did, we'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Thank you, and until next time, be well.